Thursday afternoon. Today's Civic work should be pretty fun. Alright, Honda. As well as if it actually is functional. Easy. It's not a one-day process. End of the day, I gotta remember that. Today's job, giving the Civic a nice little needed tune-up. We got the ignition wires, a new distributor cap and rotor, spark plugs, and a ignition coil. Forgot to mention, we also have a little bit of an oil leak, I believe, coming from the valve cover. I got a new gasket for that, and while it's popped off, we might give it a little makeover. She's definitely not the worst I've ever seen, although this is hot oil, so I'm not gonna really reach down in there. There's definitely a little bit of sludginess, but it's also a 200 and almost 50,000 mile engine. Me and my dad had run some seafoam spray through the intake and did that whole treatment. It might have helped it a little bit. Looking okay, passable. So now we'll pop out this valve cover gasket right here, as well as those around the spark plugs. We're gonna get her over there. Clean her off a little and maybe do some painting. Taking off the 7mm bolts here, one down there and there on the distributor cap. Okay, so the distributor parts I bought are for the non-Hitachi version. Unfortunately, I have a Hitachi version, but now that I've taken it off, the gasket was so old and shit, I cannot get it to place back in, so till I can get a new one in, I've unfortunately, through attempting to do a tune-up, put the Civic out of commission and at the will of Rock Auto. Let's go, baby. So my grandpa was actually a Mercedes, BMW, Volvo, general European car mechanic for all of his life. He's actually over at our house right now. He advised me to just snip a part off the gasket, slap her back on for now. She's not actually sealing oil or anything, so it's not that big of a deal. And it'll only be until Wednesday when the new distributor arrives. So we'll be fine. Valve cover, baby. Nope. Wait, someone's calling, bro. They say he made it. They said this might be him. They say he failed all the repairs. They weren't even repairs. It was a tune-up. They said that boy fucked up on a tune-up. I said new valve cover, who dis? Got our fresh gaskets all around. Spark plug gaskets. Let's get it. Oops. Guys, guess what? Snapped off a valve cover bolt. Luckily it snapped really high. So I'm hoping I can just take this valve cover back off, pull it out with a wrench, because Jesus Christ. Actually, no, that didn't snap very high. Oh, fuck. Oh my fucking God, bro. That's just unbelievable. That's the first time in my life a left-handed extractor bit has worked. I tried it on my F-150 when I was trying to pull off a camshaft position sensor and a stupid-ass bolt snapped. Couldn't get that one out. On my Mazda 3 project car that I had a bolt on the thermostat housing. Couldn't get that one out with an extractor bolt either. Had to fully drill it out. Infinity exhaust job, putting on my HKS exhaust. Fucking rusty ass Midwest bolts. Those ones weren't even snapped. They just didn't turn at all or anything. Well, one did snap, and that's why I couldn't use the extractor. I went to a machine shop and had them blowtorch the fuck out of it and just tap it out with a hammer. Drilling it out was not an option on this. There would be metal flakes going everywhere. What I did, took a little Dremel, drilled a guide hole right into it, magnetic screwdriver, put that down into the hole to collect the bits, left hand extractor bit, pulled that pucker right out. Oh my, thank God in heavens, I can't believe it. Oh man, I'm buying all new bolts for that because I don't trust those ones that I have now. They're just gonna go back in loosely to cover the fucking valve back up until those new ones come in. The thing is, I'm using a torque wrench. I was barely even probably at 60 inch-pounds of fucking torque and it snapped. I don't, pussy ass bolt. Pussy ass bolt. All right, so for now, until those new bolts arrived, I just put the good bolts there. Fuck the torque spec, I only hand tightened them very slightly. The one that snapped still had like 2 or 3 threads, so I literally just like finger tightened that one. You'll see my cylinder heads down there. Yeah, they look black as soot. I'm not gonna lie, that's bad. Okay, after all that, NGK spark plugs going in. Okay, turns out it just needed a jump. Shoutout Noco. Today might have been a failure in terms of a tune-up, but she's back on the road. Some questionable fixes. Sorry, I'm shifting gears. She's doing great. New plugs, new wires, valve cover gasket. I'm not mad about that. We just ran into a couple little roadblocks. It's being held on by the 4 corner bolts for the valve cover right now. I slapped one in the middle, barely hand tightened them all, and we're gonna take this thing for a night cruise. One issue I gotta get fixed is, oh God, I have no light here. So I bought this little shitty light from, I don't have like any interior light going on. I also bought that little thing just to give me some ambient light in here. My overhead light works, but no dash light or nothing. So we'll get that figured out. Should be a good week. We got more parts coming in. Those do a 5th gear pull. Listen to this fucking straight pipes donkey. Oh yeah, she's running smooth as ever, baby. Let me not get onto the fucking interstate. All right, have a night, Honda boys. As you can see, I was leaking out of more than just the valve cover gasket. So distributor needed to go anyway. Since I kind of stripped that back screw. Whole new one's going in. I'm not gonna record the process at all because I'm working out in the street today. But did a little YouTuber transition for y'all. Okay, I lied. We got some garage space, so we're just gonna do a quick oil change. That thing was looking pretty grimy inside, so we got the best of the best. The double best of the best. While we're under there, shifter bushings, baby. Let's do it. Y'all ever seen a cap like this? I don't really know what I'm looking at. Is it like an easy open or something? Don't forget to, oh my God, my hands, but don't forget to put some new grease on these bushings, keep them from wearing out as quickly as the old ones, which those ones were, 2 decades old. Don't expect that to happen, but whatever. Okay, so apparently I wasn't supposed to take this one off at all, so we just got a free bolt replacement, because this is not what I bought the part for. But look at this shit. That absolutely needs replacing too. I guess this is just a different linkage bushing. Some fucking, I don't know, that's just destroyed too though. that's it for today. We got the new distributor put in, new shifter bushings, and a nice oil and filter change. She's purring right now. She's purring. I can't wait to get this exhaust in and the door panels so I can finally kick my speakers back onto the doors and get this window working. I just haven't taken the panel off because I just have a speaker sitting next to my clutch. Didn't think that was a good idea. But let's go, boys. So something has caused my idle to become extremely wonky now, sitting at around 600. Might try adjusting the timing real quick and see, because it also feels gutless when it's accelerating. I don't really know. So to do with the ignition timing and the very weird low idle it's having, and when I let off the gas, fucking RPMs dipped to like 400, she almost kills herself. We're gonna deal with that after some more research. I tried to advance the timing, didn't work. I don't really know. We're gonna pop this other window. Well, we already popped the other window out. Side panels arrived today, so we're gonna get this one switched over and get that one switched over. And then a new rear bumper arrived because that one's all cracked up and broken and screwed through, but we're not gonna put that on yet. Test pipe tomorrow. That was a pain in the ass. 7 a.m. on a Saturday, I had a damn epiphany. It's just gonna be the idle air control valve. I should clean the EGR too. I need to get to that. I got a whole new one actually. So this morning I cleaned out throttle body and the idle air control valve. She idles, or I also advanced the timing a little bit. And she idles high now, but it doesn't threaten to kill itself every time I press the clutch in or put no load on the engine. So I consider it a success. We're gonna pop this off, get that new grill in real quick. She's finally here, baby, the test pipe. I got a little fake HKS, but you know what? We're gonna put it on the car anyway. We're proud of our shit. Let's get old hog fuck over here acting. It's not a one-day process. End of the day, I gotta remember that. I gave up on the exhaust. I'm calling it an exhaust shop. They're just gonna weld me a custom piece, but it's a beautiful sunny day. Windows are down now that they can be down. Speakers are hooked back up. I don't know if you can see that. Got some self-tappers. We're gonna attempt to send this thing 160 miles all the way to my grandma's house for Labor Day weekend. My family is expecting me. This thing has been weird lately. Let's ride the fucking Oregon Trail, baby. Let's do it. 160 miles. I didn't make it. Every time I would let off the gas after being on it, the engine would just tank. So I figured this was probably something to do with a fuel delivery issue. You'll see a couple clips down the line. You got it fixed, actually. Okay, maybe we didn't make it to Grandpa's house in the Honda, but we're in the Infinity, and back there you can see him. He's having me transport his pre-merger AMG monoblock wheels because they're moving houses. So I'm carrying precious cargo right now. These things are immaculate, man. I'll get y'all a quick video of them. Oh my days, oh my days. They got a little scuff on them, but it's not actual scratches, man. Shit. Infinity looking pretty nice, ain't she? Dropping the wheels off right now. Oh, I think I just doxed my grandma. Today on the Honda should be pretty simple. We got us a fuel filter and a new upstream O2 sensor. Should just be a few bolts, Nothing can go wrong with this one, right? Car's been sitting for a couple days, so I should be good to just pop that fuel filter off. I don't think it's gonna spray me or anything like that. It's a 17 on top, 14 on bottom, 10 on behind, holding it in. And then O2 sensor, it's just an O2 sensor. You just use the socket with the wire slit. Pop it out, pop it in. Let's get to work. So this is the O2 socket I was talking about. I went ahead and took the bolt out of this AC line so I can just move it up a little bit and gain better access. Should have done this before attempting to just wrench on it, but we're gonna throw some PV blaster on that O2 sensor. They get especially bad with getting frozen in there. And now, since this is right on the exhaust manifold, get ready for it to fucking stink when you first power up. Don't forget your Fresca either, man. You gotta stay hydrated. We got a little problem, which is that I hit it with the impact and it spun the cable so quickly it ripped out of the connector, and I think one might have broken off inside. So that's fun. Well, we might be fine, but the clip is fucked, that's for sure. See that? I don't think a clip is broken off inside, or a connector, a pin. But yeah, this clip is fucked. We'll get the new one in anyway, we'll see. Who knows? This one, I mean, that is absolutely toasted. All right, new one's in, all snug tight. We're hoping that connector just didn't get completely annihilated by the big hog fuck. We'll fire her up, see, well, reconnect battery, fire her up. Drive it around for a little, maybe see if it fixed my O2 check engine light. Next on tap is probably the EGR that I'll do. Prime it for a second. One more time. See if that fuel pump gets all this good stuff in there. Fires right up. Let's see if it does the hunting idle. Doesn't usually do it on warm up. It's after I've been driving it for a second. Let's give you a listen into the engine bay though. Time for a test drive. So far she hasn't been doing the hunting idle, the jump and the dip, along with the idle's actually a little bit lower. It's usually sitting at like 1100. Right now it's at like 900, so pretty good. I swear to God, it feels like I've gained like 10-15 horsepower. She's a whole new animal. afternoon. Today's Civic work should be pretty fun, as well as if it actually is functional. Easy. Idle air control valve, Kenwood head unit. The speakers that were already in this thing were aftermarket, so I'm not gonna change them. We got like JBLs in the back and like Alpine units up front. So I just wanna know what they sound like with a new head unit before we go and spend a bunch on actual entire new speaker systems. So you just gotta pop her out right back there. It's just 2 volts, 1 power line, 2 coolant lines. Let's get this old boy pulled out. This is, I mean, removable faceplate, high tech, baby. CD drive didn't work. I had to use a Bluetooth FM adapter. Well, I was wired in. I wasn't doing the Bluetooth just for a slight sound benefit, but yeah, let's get this piece of shit out of here. All right, Honda, yeah, that was really fucking funny. Make me tear my whole shit apart to get to the radio, man. That was really funny. Got her all set back up. Nice Kenwood head unit. Took away a little bit of my cigarette space here, but let's see. Oh, wow. Like a glove. Let's get the lighter in there. Gotta still fit a pack of Rogues, too. Oh, yeah. Ideal. All right, after all that, we are now sitting at a very steady 800 RPM. It was a little lower before that, before I plugged this electronic in. But new radio, no fucking bouncing idle. Okay, so it was idling at like 1200, and then it would bounce up to nearly 2 grand sometimes. That would have just destroyed my engine. But yes, sir. We're looking fine. At the junkyard window, they ain't got shit. Nothing out here at all. Beautiful Eagle Talon though. I've always wanted an Eclipse. Not a first gen, not a second gen. So it wasn't an entirely useless trip. We got new badges for the back. These, which slot into the center console, mine's missing it. As well as we got a lid that actually shuts. See this one. Oh, shit. This one's just loose, flappy. And then we got these things. Put right in here. Sweet. We'll pop this guy off soon enough. You can see that clip's broken right there. Not on that. Bought this cheap throw rug from a Goodwill for $5. We're just gonna chop that up for some temporary floor mats. Interesting, I know, but it'll do. Hell yeah. Looks like shit, I love it. Look at my door too. Yeah, bro, we really sponsored. That's not fake, we really got sponsored. With that bumper I have, I'm gonna test a yellow paint color before I decide on what I'm actually gonna paint the car. We're gonna attempt a rattle can job. We may end up at Mako paints, whatever the hell, for a cheap old fix up. First up, sanding, 600 grit. Did a very light first coat of primer and remembered I had these sawhorses. That'll help a lot. She's primered to satisfaction. Time for some color. First round of paint. My technique is shit. These have a very narrow spray. It's very obvious. You can see the streaking, but I'm also like cramping my fingers doing this, man. There she is, properly coated now. Not dry yet, I just finished that. And there's goddamn bugs, bro. Okay, those ones actually came off. But we got the cool spray can of some gloss clear. This obviously isn't 2K clear, which would be ideal, but I don't know if I'm ready for that stuff yet. Plus, this is just a test to see if I like this color. You know, ain't perfect, but we got it in direct sunlight and it's not horrible, so I'm happy with it. Let's get it. So some of these scratches were real bad and I couldn't get them all the way out, but it's still gonna look better. I might end up buying a whole new bumper. It's also got plenty of cracks in the bottom, but she looks okay. Let's get to hosing it down. As you can see, always wear your protection, but this bumper was extremely scuffed and shit, and that's definitely showing through because I didn't sand it very well, because honestly, I might just get a whole new bumper, and we're just using this for the learning process of painting at the end of the day. I don't think anyone's ever painted a car like this, just like one piece, one day at a time. It's kind of funny, my car is going to slowly patchwork to yellow. I'm going to use a mismatch of hardware for my assorted leftovers, screws, nuts, washers, bullshit, whatever the hell bag. Because there was like no original hardware holding that up. That guy had Phillips screws just going through it in multiple places. Some pineapple too with some chocolate.